Tributes are pouring in for Odwa Shweni, an actor that fell and died in the Drakensberg. He died after plunging more than 40 meters during rehearsals. The South African Guild of Actors is demanding answers about the alleged lack of safety on set. Now, Shweni's cousin, actress Andrea Dondolo, joins us on the line. Thanks so much for your time, and our condolences to you and the family. What more do you know about what exactly happened?
Hi, thank you very much for having me, and thank you for the condolences and the support from the nation. It's really appreciated. Well, at the moment, because there's an inquest, there isn't too much that we know about. And as a family, we just decided to move ahead with proceedings and preparations for the funeral, of course, understanding that Odwa's passing on is quite a blow to the family, to his wife, to his kids, and to the industry in general. And the feeling is that we cannot let his passing to just be a passing, to just be swept under carpet. So as much as we have issues that would strongly raise, that we would like to raise, at the moment, we are choosing to be objective rather than be subjective, because we have to be careful to raise our argument and not our voices, especially at such a time, because there are some processes that we have to observe. We have to allow the law to take its course. So as much as we are grieving, we are also allowing the law to take its course. But we are not naive to the reality. We are not naive to the fact that it should not have happened. And our feeling at the moment is that maybe it had to take Odwa's passing for the message to get across that we are operating in an industry that does not really take care of its own. You are on your own as a performing artist, and anyone can take a camera and they can raise their issues at the expense of a performer, whilst you as a performer, you entrust your life to the production companies. So it's quite a delicate dance, it's quite a delicate situation, and we are making sure that we allow all due processes to go forward.
That's a very understandable answer that you are giving us on this, what seems to be a very controversial death. Tell us more about Odwa. Tell us about the person that we didn't see on a camera.
Well, Odwa and I come a very long way back from home. You know, we grew up together. We're from the same church, the Church of God and Saints of Christ. We are called the daughters and sons of the prophet. Someone might recall the story of the Bulhoek massacre, so we are descendants of the prophet. Odwa is he's an old soul, and I choose to speak to him in the present, because as a storyteller, I believe that we just open a new chapter in the book, but our existence does not cease when we pass on to the next realm. So Odwa is a very gentle person, especially with his daughters, and anyone who would have encountered him will tell you of a very deep soul, very gentle and very deep. His level of depth made you wouldn't just open your mouth and speak around Odwa just because he's got this cute smile and dimples and very gentle aura. He had a commanding presence, and part of Odwa's character and charisma is his ability to endear himself to any person, any situation, whether you're talking children, whether you're talking adults, and him and I, what really, made us to be even closer. From our church back home, we're not allowed to have dreadlocks, So him and I, we're the two who really stand out in terms of our beliefs and understanding, being spiritual and also allowing yourself to walk your path, not determined or predetermined by religion or by the beliefs that you grew up with, but you must actually pursue your destiny. So that is the sort of a person who Odwa is, you know. And we had a saying that we coined. It would go like, boom, you know. And his passing, for me, it was exactly that, you know. That's how we greeted each other. It was boom, King Kaz, boom, Queen Kaz. Because we also understood that wherever you go, you must have impact. So that is why his passing has been like an explosion. It's going to turn people upside down, people's ideals and policies, hopefully. And, you know, even going as far as making sure that no other life is lost. So he was no ordinary person. The depth of his mind, he was a reader. He was an avid reader. He was an avid debater. He was very gentle. You know, wherever you went, he touched people in different ways. So this has been a blow, but at the same time, we stand saying, you know, Odwa he understands that he died for a cause, and that we cannot take away from him. And I'm really grateful as an actress in the industry, because it's very difficult for me at the moment to engage fully and to be as vocal as I would want to be, because this is too close to home. You have to observe some protocol. But at the same time, the support that the industry players have shown, the support that ordinary people have shown, it's been phenomenal. Odwa was a tech. He was into IT. So even with this project, it was a passion project. It was a love project, you know. I remember even when he told me that he was being roped in to do this part, he was like, Queen Kaz, I need your help because I've been instructed that for this part I have to use method acting. Yeah. So he immersed himself in everything that he did. You know, he's part of it. He's even part of a book club. So with him, nothing just passed, you know, just like a feather. You know, he believes, or he believed, that everything happens for a reason, and that is why right now we're trying as hard as we can to put emotions aside, as much as we have to grieve, but at the same time, if we want to be heard, if we want to engage, if we want to raise anything in Odwa style, because I was reading the eulogy from his wife. She asked me to deliver it today at the memorial. And Odwa was someone who believed that if it's not necessary to say it, don't say it. Yeah. If it's not necessary to do it, don't do it. So even now, his presence is so engaging. You have to think, what would Odwa say? What would Odwa do? How would Odwa respond? What advice would Odwa give? So in my eyes, he's a martyr.
All right. Thank you so much for your time and sharing that with us. We appreciate it. That was actress Andrea Dondolo. We'll have more news in a moment. Stay with us. This is The Lead.